Dean Sweetman here, along with Frank Barry. Welcome to Untitled TV. It's great to see you guys. Good to be here.
It's awesome to be here.
We're in sunny.
Every episode, we sort out the tech issues. Thanks for bearing with us.
I know. We're amateurs trying to act professional.
That's right.
So we're here in San Diego.
Yes,
at
hometown.
Your hometown.
Yep.
I'm just up the road, but we're here at Sticky Teams, and with North Coast Church, who's a phenomenal customer of ours. I think in a couple of weeks, you're going to see a recorded show that we did with Chris Brown.
That's right.
And Mark Clark from a village church in Vancouver that is absolutely, I ended up on the floor rolling around laughing so bad. So that's the preview for that. Today, we got Russ Cantu.
And Chris was supposed to be here.
Oh yeah, that was
right.
The deal.
So
you're getting like
you might
No.
You might have seen the promos for Chris, but Chris is actually speaking on stage right now at Sticky Team, so he couldn't make it.
Not our fault.
Not our fault, but
we're organized.
Oh, kind of. Russ was also going to get interviewed, so now Russ is taking this spot. Russ, it's awesome.
Mate,
it's good to be here. Dude, thanks for coming to my home church. I live down the street. This is legit.
It's perfect.
Be able to do this.
We've known you for a couple of years. We kept bumping into you and different stuff. And Russ, we'll tell you, he's got a phenomenal business, but he really is what I would consider the church website expert guy.
Digital media,
presence.
Digital presence.
Kick butt online.
There it is.
That's
really what it is. That's our mission statement.
Helping churches kick butt online.
I love it. That's what it is. So, and obviously churches, the gamut of church websites is much.
Dude, it's all over the place.
From the brutalness of, to awesome. So we kind of want to talk about that whole kind of area.
Yeah, and weave it into online giving, like really honing it into online giving. But
best practices and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so honestly, let's just kind of go with where we were talking about earlier. Like, Dean, your biggest frustration is, I want to go to your freaking church.
Yeah.
And I land on your website and I
can't find the address.
Like, where are you? And you have to scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's the same.
Or you can't find it at all.
Yep.
Or you can't find it at all. It's nowhere even on there.
It's missing.
Where's the contact page? Under the about menu, but 3 steps. It's ridiculous. And it's the same thing with like giving.
Yeah.
People that go to your website, they just want to give.
Yeah.
And they want to get in and out.
In and out
right?
in like 30 seconds or less. And
So what do good churches do?
Yeah.
When it comes to because I think those are two main things, and there's more, right?
There's tons more.
But
tons more.
So step one, you want to get people to your church.
Absolutely. So
how do you make that?
There's 2 rules that we always play with. And so the first one's a screenshot rule, which says kind of what your underlying statement is if it's not on the screen right away, telling them, get here for our weekend services, click this button, this is how, they're done.
Right.
Like 70% of people don't scroll below that.
Right.
So if you can't tell them that stuff right there,
so
you're hosed.
In the very top section,
that hero section,
how to find us,
absolutely.
Or
on the phone,
come this weekend,
desktop,
or something that's like,
it's got to be, we're an amazing church, you belong here, click this button and we'll take you. That's what that section is about.
Yeah.
And then 92% of clicks on all church websites are through that menu. So if your menu is not clear, if it doesn't have a new here, plan a visit,
and menu meaning
you're about.
Just because I don't know, maybe we might have a bunch of folks that know websites or not. So
it's the top thing that says this is how you do what you want to do on this ministries, contact, giving, all that. If it's not there, they're not going to hunt around.
Right.
Like, you have 2 minutes.
That goes a little bit to like the groups of people that are looking at your website.
Yeah.
So let's say I'm new to the community and I'm Googling church, boom, that's what I do. And up
churches in Vista, California.
Boom, away we go. And then up they come and I'm going to go click. That is, I don't know what the percentage are, you might know. People visiting a church, it's got to be a high percentage that go to the website before they go to the church.
Yeah, it's 60%.
Boom.
So 60% go to your website before they even step through the
right.
The
and like on the campus here, this is a little off the beaten track.
Yeah.
And so they're going to go and search for the church, find where it is, and then come and visit.
Right.
Well, yeah. But now with like Google, if you don't have your SEO dialed in, your search engine optimization, if you don't have your contact page dialed in with your menu and with your call to action that says service times at this time and place, and here's your map. Like Google's not even going to get you to your website.
Interesting.
It's just going to serve up on snippets.
What's one of the most common searches for people trying to find a church?
Yeah, it's just as soon as you type in the word church, because Google, it autofills everything for you. And so if your SEO is not dialed in with the content for church and whatever people's affinity is, so like kids, church, kids, marriage is sucking right now. If it's not contextually aware, Google's going to look at you and go, no, I'm sorry, we're ranking you down. But this other church, they at least have this stuff dialed in, so we're going to rank you up.
Right. And what about local search? Like church. So I'm typing in church, and I'm sitting in my home in Vista, and I type in church, or maybe church is near me.
No, so that used to be an SEO rule, but now it's all contextually aware. So if this church, like North Coast, if they want to reach married couples, but they're not doing a good job on Google, but a church 2 miles down the road is, Google's self-aware enough that they're going to pop that church down the road up, even if you're sitting in the parking lot.
That's amazing.
So it's all contextually aware. So if you don't have this stuff dialed in,
so that goes to keywords that are baked into your site. You got to have that dialed in now to rank on those searches.
Well, Google's tracking you, and they're integrated. If you have iOS,
they know we're here.
They know you're here. We're using Facebook Live. We're going through
Facebook knows we're here. Everyone knows we're here.
It's all tracking you, and so they have your entire search history for everything. So it's so aware that it's serving you what you want before you even know it.
Scary.
Like it or not, that's what's going on.
It's cool because if you know your audience and you know what you're killing it at, it gets really easy.
It's
really easy.
But even for like local search, like to the point of like having your address, making it easy for people to find you, like you have to make it so that Google finds it easy to find you as well. Right? And doing the right things on your website so that if people are looking for churches in the area, Google knows you exist and they know where your location's at.
There's a couple things on that. So the first one is obviously you need to have a Google business account, and that needs to be tied in with your website. And if you're not doing that, you're already a host.
Does that cost?
No, it's free, and it's like
so every church should have a Google business account, and I'm guessing that's where the address. And so when people start typing, you turn up on the maps.
It all pops up, and it helps things. But it says kind of like Twitter. You're Twitter verified. You're Google verified. You do that.
Yeah, but you're a legit business if you went to church.
Every church gets access to Google Grant. So if you're a 501c3, you get 10 grand of free advertising a month.
That's right.
And so you can just kill it with your affinity targeting and kids and married couples and singles.
Talk about that. Expand on that. You get 10 grand worth of free search?
10 grand worth of free search. So you have a $2 click limit.
Yep.
But that just means you're not going to compete with North Coast. Most people can't. You can't beat with the traffic, and that's like $7, $8 a click.
Right.
But every church is maybe down the street. You're better at this than North Coast. North Coast doesn't really focus on it. Well, focus on this. Do this in advertising. $2 click. You're going to kill North Coast at that one thing that you're better at.
Wow.
Like, praise Jesus.
Or churches in a certain neighborhood, right? So North Coast might be churches in Vista or your other locations, but you're not in every location, right? So there's going to be churches. Yeah, not yet. But, there's tons of sort of like suburbs or pockets or areas. And so you can still optimize for like that 5 mile radius type of thing, right? And try to get known by Google for like your spot.
Yeah, it's just when it comes to locations, it's harder now because people live to just think about like
farther away.
Yeah, there's a 20-minute window,
right.
And it's not about 20 miles because 20 miles here in SoCal could be 20 minutes, could be 3 hours.
Right.
Like, who knows?
If you're close to the freeway, 20 minutes.
Tell me about it. It takes an hour and a half to go 10 miles downtown.
Brutal.
So that's where Google is. Like in the past, it used to be churches near me, but now they're so contextually aware that it's less on that local search and more about the local search within context, according to we have your whole life in the palm of your hand.
Right.
So that's that whole dynamic at play.
Yeah.
So that's very much, here's my website, and this is what I'm going to do to optimize it for a visitor.
Yeah, right? And so that's the Google thing.
That's that side,
right?
That's
the Google side.
And I'm going to make it easy for people to find the church when it's on. It drives me, first thing I do. And I look at a lot of websites. It's our business to look at websites.
Every time a church signs up for Tithely, we come across their website.
And we're going to get to the next phase in a minute, like on the giving stuff. But that first thing is so frustrating. And big churches. And they think that I know them because they're big. But I don't know them. And if I'm just new into town, I don't know from Adam what
churches to check out.
So I go do my thing. And I was one the other day. And I'm literally 5 minutes and I gave up.
So you're like at double what normal users.
No, and I'm in the business.
Or triple,
So I'm going, and it was 3 menus down into about, and it wasn't in the about. It was like 2 more in.
Yeah, and if it's not on your hero, that initial screenshot we said.
Yep.
If it's not in your menu, so you're at 70%, then you're at 92%.
Right.
Is that at least at the footer?
That's where I go
That's the third spot you know to look, right?
Go to the bottom.
Yeah, and those are the three things that Google looks at too. So if it's not there, dude, it's not anywhere.
Right.
Like you just lost it. So 3 pages, 3 clicks, 3 minutes.
Brutal.
That's
3 strikes, you're out.
You're out.
Yeah. Okay, so that's my website for visitors, people coming on, checking out the church.
And that would fit into the like big mistakes churches make.
Huge.
Like massive mistakes.
70% of your base is all visitors.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So if you can't figure it out.
Because most members are like, they know what's going on. They're tuned in. If you've got an app, they know when the events are on.
Well, they go to the affinity.
Right.
What's the thing that matters to them?
Exactly.
So, you have young kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, homepage doesn't really matter to you.
Right.
You go straight to kids.
But kids does.
stuff, right.
So those are the things.
And even then, it's like I rarely go to my church's website because it's all in our app for like the membership, right?
Totally.
So I'm using that more than I am the actual website at this point.
So shift then, so that's that. Second most important thing is, okay, I am a member. Maybe I'm not, we always kind of preach mobile first when it comes to giving. But let's say I'm not real kind of confident around a mobile device. There's some really key basic things you got to do as far as giving goes on the webpage. So I'll give you my 2 cents, and you're the expert, but here's my little 2 things.
Hit it.
One of them is top right. So in my old life in advertising, when you read a newspaper, there's some really hot zones. Top left to bottom right is how people read a newspaper, just the way they're columned. So that advertising in the top left and bottom right was always more expensive because the eye trained down.
Yep.
With websites, you go on a website and you go left to right. So to me, like often there's branding there and then menus go across. My favorite spot for the giving button is top right. And then my second thing is stand it out a little bit. Doesn't have to be bright red and flashing and gaudy, but it should pop a little bit.
Or it does. Why not?
I like popping out and gaudy stuff.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? So they're my 2 things.
Yeah.
Is that good thinking?
No.
Okay.
No, so
I don't know anything.
No.
I'm an idiot.
And people on the web, when you look at heat maps, right? It's like you see the F pattern. To your point, it's like you see this kind of
F. Works. Analytically, you're kind of on the right track. But here's the thing: like we were at a place a year ago where we were at 70% mobile traffic.
Right.
We're almost at 80%.
Right.
And so on a mobile device, you're not going to see a full menu across.
That's true.
You're going to see a sandwich where you're going to see something that says menu and you click it open.
Right.
And so at that point,
I guess I was more talking to on a computer, not on a mobile.
Which is fine if you're looking to just go
to the
20%.
boomer generation.
To the of which I'm a
That's right.
guru boomer.
You're dead.
I'm right on the edge of the youngest of boomers.
Yeah. So your thinking is right.
Right.
But you just have to take it a next step further and go,
think mobile
but
too.
I have to think mobile.
Right.
That's so good. That's such a good point.
So where is it on mobile?
Mobile.
It's fine.
And most churches aren't going to want to lead with like give here.
No,
right?
No, you shouldn't.
And
you
it shouldn't be the thing.
Get through the doors.
Come visit us, right? Here's how we can help, right?
So you're thinking on a mobile, it's a hamburger menu, which is the 3 little lines, right?
Yep.
And then drop it in there.
And then drop it down.
Got it.
So I'm still fine with the far right. Just understand that the metric that you're saying, it's different today.
Got it.
I mean, that's 20% of people you're marketing to.
Got it. Very good.
Mobile, make it easy to find there. Hamburger menu, and then not drilling down another level.
I don't even like hamburger menus anymore.
Right.
I mean, they're gone because there are some people now that senior citizens are on their phones.
Yeah.
Like, what's this thing? Like,
they don't know what it is.
Say menu.
Oh,
really
say the word menu.
Say word menu.
Go figure.
Click here.
Yeah. Yes. You laugh at this thing, but these are the things I deal with every single week.
Yeah.
Because we have churches who are getting online for the first time.
Got it.
Which is
shocking.
It's
shocking.
Insane,
No. Say that again.
Shocking.
right? We have churches that are getting online for the first time, and so things like hamburger menu, while it's easy for us
that have been around,
they're going, what's that?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
That makes sense.
The hamburger menu. It does throw people.
It does throw people.
Yeah.
Just
it threw me a couple years ago.
It's like the meatball chart.
Mobile optimization for your website on the phone, and then making sure that they can find the menu and hit the give.
Critical.
And that's the way they go.
Quickly.
Critical. Absolutely mission critical.
And I agree though with sort of making it stand out, right? Like that's in any call to action, right? Anything you want them to do, it's got to be easy to find.
Yeah, the easiest thing is just put a box around it.
Yeah.
Like, whatever brand color, so like this beautiful green.
It's amazing.
Put a green box around that give.
Yep.
It goes. It goes. And it's not hard to do. It's easy to code.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for us, we deal in the giving generosity space all day, every day.
Sure.
And we build apps and kind of stuff. We're always helping churches with their websites and this kind of stuff. The journey, sometimes what's frustrating to me is that when churches don't take our advice, and they go, we just don't want to giving, like they're embarrassed a little bit, and we deal with this on many levels, and we just want to tuck giving down here, and I mean, you're part of a big church.
Or they can't do it because their website's in such bad shape that they have to put it down here. They're like, I can't put it in the menu.
Right. We can fix that. They can go to Catalyst Creative and get a good website, but you're part of a big ministry here.
Yeah,
and you're
got a few people.
Yeah, and you're involved a lot in the creative and the digital strategy for North Coast. I like to talk a little bit about the mentality and there's a couple kinds of mentalities we run into. There's the bold, go for it. Maybe, evangelical church plant type guy, pioneer. Those guys need money. They don't have buildings, they don't have assets, they don't have nothing. So
techie. They kind of just know tech, right? They've grown up with
mobile commerce, they're already buying coffee and doing banking. It's real easy for them, right? So they're like, mobile giving, let's go. Talking about giving, getting focused on giving, let's do it. But there's another group that we have literally thousands of customers, and we love them to bits, and we feel like we're called a little bit to coach and come alongside them to help them just come into a new day.
Yeah.
When it comes to generosity, and then tying that all into the tech. You've sat back and watched North Coast explode over these many years, and we were talking to Chris, yesterday. There's just no kind of sense of they're not going to not talk about finances and money. Just as someone who's kind of observed all that, give me your viewpoint on how North Coast has gone about biblically.
Sure.
And not over the top crazy, right? There's extremes with when you're getting money in church, and some of it sends me nuts. But there's a great balanced biblical way that you can present generosity and giving that I think North Coast has been absolutely phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that kind of ties into the whole thing of the perfect giving page.
Mm-hmm.
So underlying this whole thing is data drives decisions.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, everyone's got opinions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we can listen to those opinions, but if those opinions don't match with our data, we go, hey, that helps influence, but at the end of the day, like this data is going to drive this. Mm-hmm. It's going to drive this. So like online, it's just, what's the simplicity? Because people are, if they're clicking on that giving page, they don't want to go through the 10 biblical reasons.
Right. They've already decided, right?
They want to give.
Yeah.
So let them give right away. Like, seriously, what's the hurdle? What's the harm in that? Like, what's the theological hurdle in your life that is saying, whoa, no, we have to explain. No. They just want to give.
Right.
Like, now make it simple for them to give.
Right.
And so it's we drop that button on there.
Literally, it's at the top of the page.
Literally, it's at the top.
And it's bright orange.
Here's why we give. Giving button. Give 30 seconds later, and people are done.
Done.
Like, they wanted to give.
Yeah.
They went to the web page. They found it in the upper right-hand corner.
Yeah.
Now they're on the giving page. So they're 2 clicks in, give 3 clicks, and they're done. That's exactly the metric. 3 clicks, 3 minutes, 3 pages.
Yep.
Okay, we won.
Yeah.
So it's the simplicity in giving. So after that,
and that's on the actual page. Once you've gotten to get, church website /give, they've clicked in the top right, or they found the give page. Once you get there, don't overcomplicate it.
No, you can't overcomplicate it. And if you want to overcomplicate it below the screenshot rule.
Right, low down. Like add more. I love that because I do love having, maybe more information,
verses
right?
Or whatever,
but putting it
verses or whatever.
Yeah, but having it as the secondary thing, right? Yeah. So that those that want to give right now, it's really clear I can do that. But if I want to read more about what's going on, I can. Or even I love adding how the church is using the money, right? Like
but if you think of the thing in your hand, everything is going to shift upper left. And so if your story is up here and then the why you're giving and your Bible verses and giving button, like people aren't scrolling.
Right. It's all of a sudden at the bottom, buried. Right.
Yeah, you don't want that. Buried. So you don't want that. It's the give now, okay. And then we'll share it in the Facebook Live after. I'll put a giving page, like the perfect giving page just for Tide Lake.
Okay, we should do that.
It's done.
So we're going to wrap here in a second.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Catalyst Creative real quick.
If you must.
And one of the things we're going to give away is you're going to do a consultant with one of our viewers. And
for free.
For free, you get
100%.
You get some time with Russ Cantu, who is like the guru of web and church. And so we'll work it out. Put your church name in the Facebook Live.
Yeah, like the show.
Like it.
Give us your name, the church you attend, or the church you're a lead pastor at. Make sure to do that in the Facebook Live right now. We're going to hop on during the show, but probably right after the show, we'll announce the winner.
Yep.
And
since we're live do a full diagnostic of your website and give some great tips. In 30 seconds, Catalyst Creative, what do you do for churches?
2 things. Number 1, kick butt websites.
Yeah, love it.
Number 2, consulting.
Yep.
So we'll come in, we'll evaluate your entire system from street to seat. We'll tie it in with your digital presence.
From street to seat, I love that.
Yeah.
Tie it in with your digital presence, and at the end of the day, you're just going to win. Period.
I love it. And like, this is a 10,000 plus member church, and Russ is the guy, so he knows what he's talking about. He's got a phenomenal business. So I want to say thanks to everybody for joining.
Yeah, there's been a ton of people on. We got a message from one of the folks here at Tidely saying that Neil, I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, Neil Leiter. Thanks for using Tidely. We're sending free swag.
Oh, yeah.
Hat, shirt, fidget spinner.
The yo-yos are coming.
The yo-yos are coming.
I'm going to do a live yo-yo.
You're going to get a cool swag bag from Tidely.
It's awesome.
I'm a yo-yo guru.
And we're going to get them in green, for sure.
For sure. It's going to be good.
Neil, thanks for joining us. Everyone else, thanks for joining us.
Awesome.
Yeah,
hey,
God
bless you guys. We'll see you next time.